Well, welcome to the show. Hi, I'm Randy Jeffers, and we are live from the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, I am excited today to have Kim Johnson, who is the founder of the Aussie Cordial Company. And I guess, Kim, the first thing I should say is good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
Did I say that halfway good?
Almost Australian, Randy.
Almost, yeah. So tell us about this amazing product you have. It's getting ready to launch, and as I understand, and very soon, right?
Yes, hopefully this month we'll be ready to launch, bottle and launch. So it's been a long time in the coming. I moved to the US in 2006 and was horrified at the choices of beverage.
Yeah.
So Aussie Cordial in Australia is something that we all grew up on. So at first I sort of thought about bringing it here, but once we had a look at the formula, I realised it wasn't too healthy at all. So I've spent 3 years creating a formula that's super healthy. No calories, no added sugar, great for people with diabetes, doesn't cause tooth decay, no artificial colours or flavours, and some flavours that are different from anything here.
And it obviously must taste very good.
It tastes awesome, so as any good Australian would tell you.
The awesome Aussie
Cordial.
beverage. Yeah. So when do you plan on launching this? When are we going to be able to purchase one of these?
Well, we hope to bottle in about 2 weeks, and we'll be sending samples straight out to our distributors. So we're looking to be hopefully in stores by February.
Oh, wow, very soon. Oh, that's excellent. So what flavors are you going to have?
We're launching with apple and blackcurrant, which is very big in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Green apple that tastes just like biting into a crispy green apple.
Yeah.
Raspberry, which is a big favourite. Lemon, which is probably the most popular flavour with women, and especially having no calories. So it's not like lemonade, the American lemonade. It's like a lemon flavour, and pineapple and coconut.
Oh, wow. Now, how about kiwi? You got to have some kiwi.
We have kiwi on the back burner. So we've also got kiwi, blueberry, and watermelon, which is very good.
Yeah.
So we're only releasing 5 to start, and then we're also releasing a premix in a 500ml bottle, and we'll be doing all 8 flavours with that.
Wow. Well, I can't wait. It's such an exciting concept, and I just can't wait to taste that and see what it's going to be like. And
plus, we have an 8-foot kangaroo that'll be a mascot. So
oh my goodness!
When you see this big kangaroo, giant kangaroo hopping around Boomer, you'll know it's us.
Well, I happen to know you have a son that's almost that tall, so maybe he'll
he is
fit
almost
inside.
that tall, almost 7 foot.
Yeah. So how'd you get in this business?
I actually have a beauty company, and I like to formulate things. But when I first moved here, I had 3 teenage boys. I was a single parent on a very strict budget, having just moved across the world.
Yeah.
And I would go to the store, and I refused to buy all the fruit juice cocktails that are so full of horrible chemicals that they put in here, and or sodas. So I would buy the $8 bottle of orange juice, and half of the football team or basketball team would come home and just gone in a second. So, and when you're on a budget, you know that feeling of like, oh my gosh, it's gone for the rest of the week. So with the Aussie Cordial, you get 100 cups per bottle, so it's economical.
So it's a concentrate.
It's a concentrate.
You just mix water with it.
Fruit juice concentrate. You mix it with water, 1 part cordial, 9 parts water, and it works out about 6 or 7 cents a glass. So it's economical.
Wow.
Fits well in the fridge. We've won some really good awards for our bottle, and it's a nice,
very exciting.
nice concept.
You're going to change the whole world here, huh?
Well, it gives it probably, I think it does outsell Coca-Cola in Australia. So
Really? Wow.
yeah, so we plan on giving the big boys a run for their money.
Now, what makes yours different than the ones that are in Australia, or is it very similar?
Ours is much healthier.
Yeah.
The Australian cordial, we have 23 million people in Australia, and it's $1 billion industry. But an industry on the decline at the moment because of the amount of sugar in it. So we worked for a long time to try and get something without chemicals, something natural, and without that aftertaste. So,
Yeah.
which we finally did get after
Wow.
3 years.
So for those of us that are listening in that are really excited and want to make sure we're right there at the beginning, where we'll be able to purchase this? Where do
We'll
we
be in
go?
all grocery stores.
Okay, and just the
So-
regular stores.
We're looking at releasing just in California for the first 3 months. We're not sure yet, but just to make sure that we're able to cope with all the high numbers. And soon after that, we'll be going nationwide in all grocery stores,
Oh, that's fabulous. And convenience stores, I would assume, as well?
convenience stores, Walgreens. We've got two really good distributors we're in talks with at the moment that have a lot of the chains, Costco, so all the bigger sort of stores.
Wow.
Very exciting.
It's very exciting. Well, what else do you want to tell us about this amazing product?
It's unlike, the flavors are unlike anything that they have on the shelves here at the moment. And one of the most often comments I get from people when they taste it, they'll sort of sit for a minute and think, oh, I can still taste the flavor. So
So it has an aftertaste.
no aftertaste.
Oh, no aftertaste.
The flavor hangs, but not that aftertaste that will often kick in. I think Americans have grown up on ingredients like acesulfame K that is in everything, an artificial sweetener. And so when you come from a different country here, that's all we taste at first, and it's in everything.
Yeah.
And in small amounts, it's FDA approved, but people don't realize it's in everything. So, and for us, you taste something from being from a different country, and it's like, oh, what is that taste after? So you lose all flavor, and it's just that chemical aftertaste. Where ours is very fresh and crisp and clean, so
Oh,
you
very
don't
good.
get that aftertaste.
Well, that's wonderful. I know we have viewers from all over the country, and I assume that this is going to be distributed nationally.
Nationally and in Canada.
We'll start in Nevada, and then work its way out, or will it immediately be available?
We're straight away in California.
Yeah.
And we went for California. It's a very big market, but a very wise old man of a very big company in the US said to me just to release in one state at first and see how we go. Otherwise, this is something that's so popular that all of a sudden you get 1 million orders and they're very hard to fill. So, yeah, we're just going to take it slowly and introduce it. It's also hard getting people to understand the concept that this is a little bit more expensive than Capri Sun or one of the other products that are $2 on the shelf. But you get 100 cups.
Yeah.
And it's no weight gain, doesn't increase your blood sugar levels, no tooth decay.
So is the
Okay.
cost per cup about the same as the things that are on the shelf now,
Well, no, because
or is it better?
you might get 8 to 10 cups in a bottle of Capri Sun or something, where you get 100 cups out of our bottle. So
So it's a lot cheaper.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
looking at retail at $6.99 a bottle, which sounds expensive, but you get 100 cups.
Yeah.
So it works out not only healthier, better tasting, but much more economical. And it's something that sort of families can have in the fridge and know that that's going to... Most families in Australia have 2 flavours in the fridge. Women always buy the lemon and then one of the flavours for the kids. But it's something that isn't going to only last 2 or 3 days, that it will sit in the fridge for, depending on your kids, for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, or in the cupboard.
Yes. So I know this is all brand new. Do you have a website up yet?
We do.
And the website is?
www.aussiecordial. That's spelled like AUSSIE, like Australia.
Okay.
Cordial, CORDIAL.
Okay. www.aussiecordial.com.
That's it. That's us. Come and say hi.
And I assume you have a newsletter or something that they can sign up for?
We will have, what we're
Okay.
doing on launch is giving away a family trip for 4 to Australia.
Wow.
So all expenses paid, holiday, hotels, a lot of the tours up to the Great Barrier Reef,
Oh, my
spanking
goodness.
new camera, and $1,000 spending money.
Wow.
So that's really exciting. So we'll be running that within the first 3 months.
I think I'm going to go sign up for that. See if I
A
can.
lot of people already have.
I just love Australia. One of the best times I had in my memory, and I think the most beautiful city, at least one of the top 3 or 4 cities that I've ever seen, is Sydney. But we went out on a boat, and coming back it was a dinner cruise. Yeah, and it was. You probably know the boat that they made the movie, Mel Gibson's.
Endeavour.
I'm not sure what the name of the boat was, but Mel Gibson filmed the movie there, and anyways, that boat. So coming back in.
Was it a tool ship?
It was a yeah.
Yeah, tool ship. It's probably the Endeavour.
Probably, but it was so beautiful
Sydney
coming back
Harbour
to that
is
harbor.
Beautiful,
Oh, my
the Opera House, the bridge, and it's beautiful at night.
Yeah.
But you missed the best part.
I did.
Queensland, the Gold Coast, sunny beaches, the Great Barrier Reef.
Well, we went there as well.
Oh, good.
But there's nothing like Sydney. It sticks in my mind.
Sydney Harbour is one of the most beautiful harbours in the world.
Yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous. You know, one of the things that I saw there when I was there was a fireworks show that was all natural. And there's something about that that part of the world. I mean, it was. I thought it was every bit as spectacular as a fireworks show, the fireworks going off. But it was all like lightning and all these vivid, really crazy colors. Have you ever seen that? Something like that there?
I haven't, but we have one of the most spectacular New Year's Eve fireworks ever.
Yeah.
If you get to see that on TV, sort of have a look at the ones that show the around the world fireworks.
Yeah.
Sydney off the Sydney Harbour Bridge is always spectacular. Not only do we have 26 of the world's 28 deadliest snakes,
Ooh.
and all sorts of horrific spiders, but there's a lot of fireworks. It just came out yesterday in Australia. They found a fruit that shrinks tumours, cancer. Within 2 days, they're just looking at, and it's just all types of cancer, breast cancer, and this fruit that they inject. It's quite big on the news. So Australia's pretty big in research, medical research as well.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to figure out how to put that fruit into a drink, huh?
Absolutely. We're using
cure this.
nanotechnology to do some really exciting stuff in our beauty line and a new water line. So we'll be working with all sorts of things.
So what brought you to the U.S.? Why are you here instead of Australia?
I have 3 boys that a year apart that were all between 6'5" and 6'7", very good athletes. And the US just had so much more opportunity for them here.
Yeah.
To go to college, and which they all did, and got scholarships and did very, very well. So I have one of my sons is in California. He's a movie director, 25, doing very well.
Wow.
Writes and directs his own movies, living the life that any young 25-year-old would die for.
It's a dream life. Yeah.
And my other 2 are little sort of, one just finished college and the other's in Australia, setting up a new business for us there.
So you're going to take this this new Aussie cordial and all over the world, I would assume, at some point, huh?
I hope so. Well, Canada at least. We've had requests from the Maldives and different places, but all over the world. But absolutely, well, Australia has cordial, and most people in London know what cordial is as well, and the UK. But definitely at the moment we're looking at South America and all over North America, Canada.
Well,
down through
explain that
Mexico.
to us, for those of us that don't know. Just that word, what does that mean?
What word?
The cordial. What does that mean when you say cordial?
Well, here it's hard here because people see the word and think it's cordial, which means I think polite here.
Uh-huh.
Where for us it's a fruit juice concentrate. You may have seen lime cordial that they mix in bars with different things. We're actually doing ours as syrup into a bar mixer as well for not margaritas, martinis. So you'll be able to get an apple and blackcurrant martini in bars with Aussie cordial. But cordial is it's a fruit juice concentrate, or fruit juice.
Yeah, for some reason you don't see that a lot here on
You
the
don't?
shelves. No, it's always pre-mixed, ready to drink out of the bottle, right?
Where it's a lot more time consuming, and trying to fit in a budget it's very hard because there's a much better profit of pre-mixed drinks.
Yeah.
But there doesn't seem to be a big concern here about ingredients they put in things, where I know with different manufacturers they've said, Kim, it's good enough. No one really cares what's in it. But I care that this is a drink for families, and a lot of children drink this in very large amounts because it's such a good taste. Kids love it. And I care what I'm giving kids. to drink. So with some ingredients in 10 years' time, you don't know. Talcum powder. We all used to douse our children in talcum powder, and then we find out it's one of the worst carcinogenics. So I'm very, very particular and very tough on the ingredients that I'll use.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, give us that website one more time in case we didn't get it the first time.
www.aussiecordial.com.
Okay, and it's going to come in a specially packaged way. Tell us about that.
We have a really cool bottle that I designed. It's a 2-liter bottle, which here is around half a gallon. And I wanted to make sure that this is a bottle that a 5-year-old or an 80-year-old can hold on to. We have a special handle, not seen in any other bottle before, with a grip, so it can fit nicely in the fridge, on the shelf, or in the cupboard. It doesn't have to be in either. It can be in one or the other. So the bottle's pretty cool, different from anything else on the shelf.
And it must have a little kangaroo, obviously.
Oh, we have a big kangaroo on the front.
A big one.
Front and back. So, yeah, we have our kangaroo and everything. Boomer. You'll be seeing Boomer around.
Boomer.
Boomer's our kangaroo.
Okay. And so he's the 8-foot...
He's the 8-foot
kangaroo. 8-foot
kangaroo.
mascot that you're going to have. So we'll see him at the parades, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah, the parades. We're going to be doing rounds at the children's hospitals and different things, and some big billboards down in Hollywood and around California.
Very exciting. Yeah, very exciting. Well, it's just so great to know that there's going to be a healthy choice coming soon, and one that's an incredible value. So you can actually save money and get healthy at the same time.
It's friends of mine, actually, that I went grocery shopping, and she picked up a powdered mixed drink off the shelf. I won't say which one. Kool-Aid. But I said, "Isn't your husband diabetic?" And she said, "Oh, we both are." And I said, "Well, you shouldn't be drinking that." And she said, "Well, it's either this or soda. We don't have much choice, because fresh orange juice is just as bad for diabetics." So there's over 5 million diabetics in America. So it's nice to be having options if you're on a diet, or if you're concerned with weight gain or obesity, or with diabetes, to now have choices on the shelf. Affordable choices.
Oh, absolutely. It's a really exciting venture.
It is.
So what are you going to do when this thing blows up and when
I make $1 million?
You make all those millions, and do you have any plans?
I have a company called Good Vibrations that it's not a non-profit, but we'll be doing good deeds. So just random good deeds, for whether that be for someone that's suffering with cancer and has to still go to work because they can't feed their family, or that needs to have a holiday for their children to remember them by, or one of my greatest passions is animals. So I have a program set up for working with dog shelters and things around the US. We're also creating a program for homeless parents, people with
wonderful.
children out there. Yeah, so we're just going to do good deeds all over the US. We sponsor an orphanage down in Antigua, Guatemala, where we're doing a business down there. So just to be able to randomly, without anyone knowing and without any fanfare or press or anything on it, we'll just be all over doing good deeds for people.
Tell us about your orphanage. I have a soft spot in my heart for orphanages. We built our first orphanage in 2008 in Thailand.
Oh!
Yeah, and we've actually supported 3 different orphanages. We built the first one ourselves from scratch, so it was interesting. But tell us about yours.
We actually, it's interesting. One of my children's teachers from Australia used to go to Thailand to build orphanages and things and he inspired us. 2 of my sons were living in Antigua, and one was managing a bar, and I was horrified to find out the locals earn 12 cents a day, which creates a lot of poverty. And it's very dangerous now down in Antigua, Guatemala. You're quite likely at some stage to get mugged. My son was mugged at gunpoint for his phone, and by a 4'10" Guatemalan, and my son's 6'6", so they don't care. But it's the poverty and they can't keep their children, a lot of them. So the orphanages down there are overflowing. So we're importing a product from down there, and they make wonderful leather goods. So straight away we got a group together with the women and gave them a wage that they wouldn't even earn in a month, a day, and we're doing a lot of donations to the orphanage. School
Fabulous.
books, toys, clothes, all sorts of things.
Oh, that's great. Well, if
We
you
like
need,
to give back to a community. If we're in a community and we're doing a business in the community, we like to make sure we give back.
yeah, well, that's so wonderful. So you're headquartered here in Las Vegas,
Yes, we are.
and I assume you're going to be giving back here in town as well.
Absolutely. There's a lot that needs to be done in Las Vegas.
There sure is, isn't there? Yeah. Do you have any ideas or anything you're thinking about?
I'd really like to set up our homeless, make Las Vegas the first in our homeless program. There's a great need for homeless here, and it's so sad because you see so many old hotels shut down and just boarded up and outside you might see 20 or 30 people sleeping on the roadside beside it when there's a structure there that could be used sort of better. But no, it's very sad. Some areas here, very, very sad.
It's interesting, isn't it? You have these amazing resort hotels with chandeliers that cost $1 million, and then you go to another part of town and you see the homeless that
And it's
just
right
lined
off
up.
the strip.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the strip, and it's very sad that the amount of homeless people that are getting hit by cars even and killed is very sad. But and it's quite cold at the moment, so. Where our office is, we have a gully behind us, and over the last month or two, I must have seen 20 families move in to this rocky gully, and they're living in tents. And we had a couple of days rain the other day, and the flood just washed everything down away because it floods very quickly. So I went home and straight away went through my wardrobe and pulled out as many of the warm things as I could find that I haven't worn, or don't wear, and took down. But it's very sad.
Well, it is so exciting to have you here and to know that there's a new businesswoman that's in town that's going to make a difference and it's going to change some of those things. And
Absolutely.
Some of these, I mean, what a great cause. I mean, you're going to change some lives.
Well, the point of making money is to be able to do good.
Yeah.
Always was for us. I set out that, because I was homeless in 2012.
Really?
With my son. I had a 6'7" son and 4 dogs, and lived in a car and a Motel 6 when I could afford one, or if I had a girlfriend in Canada that would send me money to stay in a Hotel 6 occasionally, and it was winter, and for 4 months. I went from living in the best penthouse in Vancouver to living in a car. So it's very fun. It's funny how your life can just flip at any given moment. So people look at those homeless people on the street and think, oh, drug addict or whatever, but you just don't know the story behind it. By the grace of God, I had one woman who befriended and helped me, so we're now wanting to pay that back in as many ways as we can, and then see how many pay it forward.
My goodness, Kim, what a great story. You bounced back quickly.
Oh, I bounce back always. There's nothing much that holds me down.
Isn't it amazing? It's just one thing leads to another, and it can go in both directions. But, when you have the right attitude, and obviously you do, there's nothing that can stop you. You just make it happen, right?
Yep.
One way or the other, it's going to happen. Well, it's very exciting. So once again, this is the Aussie Cordial Company, and that's the brand, right? Aussie Cordial.
Aussie Cordial.
Cordial. Okay, I got to say it right. And once again, the website, if you want to get more information.
www.aussiecordial.com.
Okay, and how about if somebody wants to give you a quick call? Can they do that, or is the phone number on the website?
The phone number's on the website. They can contact us through the website.
Okay, perfect. Well, Kim, thank you so much. It's just a delight to have you here.
Thank you, Randy. It's always nice seeing you.
I can't wait to drink this new beverage,
Oh.
the Aussie Cordial.
Aussie Cordial. It's great, mate.
Okay. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.